Hi, everyone. I'm Joel Sutherland, Director of Development for the National Ataxia Foundation. Thanks for clicking in tonight and joining us for NAF tonight. We have a great announcement for you this evening, and I have several guests that are going to help bring this announcement to life. Our first guest is somebody who's been with us for almost 3 years and has provided some great leadership through some very exciting times. So please welcome to NAF tonight our Executive Director, Andrew Rosen. Andrew? Good to see you.
Joel.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, no, glad you could be with us. We've got a great, exciting announcement for our community this evening, and Andrew, nobody better to make this announcement, so let our community know what's happening.
Joel, I am thrilled to be here tonight to tell our live studio audience and people clicking in around the world, we are here to announce our very first ever annual fund campaign for NAF, and we are calling it Accelerate. Joel, there is so much good stuff happening in NAF. Let me tell you just a few of the exciting programs we're working on right now. We have really ramped up our efforts in the advocacy area. So that's working out in Washington, D.C., trying to get legislation approved that matters to our community and find even more funding for ataxia research. And so we're really focused in that area. Another thing we've done is we've added a staff resource that is really specifically focused on our support groups, right? We have more than 60 support groups around the country, and we've got now a staff resource that is dedicated to really helping improve the services that we can offer for those support groups. Joel, as you know, ataxia research has been the lifeblood of NAF since our founding more than 65 years ago now.
Right.
Our board of directors just approved another almost $1 million of grants to ataxia researchers this month. And we just recently hired our very first chief scientific officer, who's going to make a real impact on our work. And then lastly, our NAF Drug Development Collaborative, that's an area that I spend a lot of my time on. That's a group of pharmaceutical companies that are all working on treatments for ataxia. And we want NAF to help them in any way we can to help them get some of those treatments across the finish line and into the hands of our patients that are impacted by ataxia. So we got a lot of really exciting stuff going on.
A lot of good things. But I got to ask you, where does the name Accelerate come from?
Yeah, so great question. We had some fun with this in naming the campaign. The most obvious kind of connection is to our very own mission statement. So NAF's mission is to accelerate the development of treatments and a cure while working to improve the lives of those living with ataxia. So there was an obvious connection there, the idea of speed, right? We want, so Accelerate not only, the campaign not only ensures that we'll be able to continue to do the great work we're doing, but we want to do it at a faster pace.
Gotcha.
We share this sense of urgency that I think our community feels, and we want to do all of these things more quickly and thus accelerate.
Well, that's outstanding. That's some great stuff. And when we come back, you'll be able to meet our co-chairs for the 2022 campaign and learn how you can participate as well. So stay tuned.
Here. Raising awareness of ataxia is huge for my race team. Friends of ours, a family just down the street, have 3 sons about my age suffering from this disease. They struggle with personal needs that we all take for granted, each day harder than the last. Please help us kick into high gear by donating to the NAF today.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, well, hey, welcome back. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you our 2022 Accelerate Fund National Chairs. Please welcome Mark and Leah Menken. Mark, Leah, come on out. All right, Leah, good to see you. All right. Hey, Mark, how are you? Good to see you.
All right, good to see you, Mark.
Good to see you too.
Hey, thanks for being with us. Thanks for making the trip over. Glad you could be with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh gosh, it's glad you're with us. You know, Mark and Leah, you've all been the last several years been so generous with your time and saying yes to efforts that really help our community. And I want to thank you for saying yes to Accelerate this year, and I think for our audience, Mark, could you share the Ataxia story that you and Leah have been on, please?
Absolutely. I mean, first we want to thank you so much for having us here, and just excited to be part of Accelerate. Our story is back in 2017, I believe, is when we received the diagnosis of Leah with ataxia, and it hit us hard. I mean, it hit us hard, and like all of our audience here of individuals with ataxia, dealing with things, and as soon as that happened, I decided I needed to do more. And back in 2018, I was fortunate enough to meet you out in Madison at a walk and roll, and no other way of saying it, you inspired me to do more, and that's why we're here today.
Well, you guys have done some great work, and I thank you for that. And Leah, share with us what are your goals in being involved with Accelerate?
Well, my goal is number one, to support Mark in his efforts, and number two, I'd like to have everyone in our community be involved and be aware of Accelerate.
That's awesome, Leah. I mean, we have a large community, and we do hope that everybody gets involved with us. Mark, could you share with our audience how people can get involved?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, there's a number of ways that people can participate. First off, make a donation to Accelerate that you're comfortable with. Start or increase a monthly recurring gift.
By the way, remember, just $9 a month can pay for an hour of Ataxia research.
I mean, that's a great point. And, start a fundraiser. I mean, this is something that you can do, that you're passionate about.
And why not tell them about something that you've done?
So, I've done some brat fries at work where my company has matched up to $2,000. This is 2 years running now where I've done Zooms with Santa. So partners that I work with, their kids joined and visited Santa on Zoom, and that's another way that I've worked to raise funds.
Well, your efforts have been absolutely outstanding over the years. We're proud to have you be our co-chairs as we launch Accelerate. And to what Leah mentioned, for just $9 a month over the course of a year, you can virtually pay for an hour's worth of ataxia research. It's a great message that we have today. Thank you all for being with us, Mark and Leah. Andrew, thanks for launching this campaign with us today. And be sure to take a look for more videos coming your way from NAF tonight. Thanks so much. Thanks for clicking in. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.